Hey guys, Johnny Cooks here. We're back with another episode. Sorry about last week. I came down with the flu, then the wife got the flu, then the child got the flu. So, that's how things typically go in family households. It gets through all of us. And now I'm still dealing with some lingering effects, but I'm back. And so we're going to do another video. I wasn't able to do one last week, but here we are. So we're back with a cheesy one pan cheesy beef tortilla melts, which is going to be really good. We've had these before. We like them, which is why we ordered them again. So we'll get right into it. This should be a quick video for you guys. There's not a whole lot of prep to it. We just got to chop up some of the pepper, and then we start cooking things, and it's that simple. Just putting some cheese on, making some tortillas, which I'm sure, or not tortillas, but why can't I think of it? Tortilla melts is what they're called, but why can't I think of the name of the thing? It's going to kill me. I'm going to have to think about that now in the background. But anyways, so we're going to get into it. We're going to open up our bag here and show our ingredients of what we got. So we got our poblano pepper, or a long green pepper. I'm pretty sure that's a poblano. So there's that. There's one long green pepper. We got our tortillas in there in the bag, folded up. We'll get those flattened out. And there's going to be, I believe, just 2 tortillas in there. Yeah, just 2, because this is, again, a serving for 2. We have 2 of the Philadelphia cream cheese, which is going to be equal to 4 tablespoons of cream cheese. So there's that. And then we've got a beef stock concentrate, which is going to be one of these, which is 0.42 ounces, or whatever that equals in tablespoons. I don't know off the top of my head. Then we got our sour cream here. We got 2 packets of that. And that is going to be 3 tablespoons of sour cream there. So 3 tablespoons in here, so it's a tablespoon and a half in each one. And then we got our cheddar cheese here. It's going to be 2 ounces of cheddar in the bag. And then we got some hot sauce if you want some hot sauce. Of course, I will be taking the hot sauce, and my wife not so much. So once we get our bag, our trusty trash bag, all done up, it will be good. And like I've told you guys before, I can send out free boxes and such. My mom and one of her friends took me up on that, and I sent them the codes for it. My mom got her box, and she made her first meal earlier. She texted me pictures. It looked awesome. Good job, Mom. But of course, I learned from you, so I learned from the best, so I didn't have any doubt that you would be able to make it. So that's how I learned to cook, was through my mom. And so glad you can enjoy what we've come to enjoy, Mother. And she also sent me some new towels, which I'll show you guys a little bit later, for the stove, which are amazing. Some OSU ones, of course, and then a regular one, which my wife really loves because it doesn't have a football team on it. But yeah. So we'll get into this, guys. Like I said, we're just going to be chopping this up and then mixing the cream, the sour cream, with the cream cheese and a teaspoon of water and as much hot sauce as you want. And we're going to microwave that for 30 seconds and then stir it all to combine. So we're going to microwave it until softened is what it says, technically. So you're going to put the cream cheese and the sour cream in there, and you're going to mix it up, microwave it till it softens out, because the cream cheese is kind of thick, so it takes a little bit to get it, broken down some. So we'll microwave that 30 seconds at a time. Just, mix it up, and then we'll make sure that it's at basically a runny or a kind of runny consistency, because you're just going to top your tortillas at the end with it. So I'm going to get right into that, guys, and then I'll bring you back in when we're done with the chopping and the mixing of the sour cream. So we'll see you over there in a minute. All right, guys. So we got the pepper all sliced up, and then I got the sour cream, the cream cheese, and a little bit of hot sauce into the saucing mixture. And I mixed it up. It did only take 30 seconds, so I just want to be clear with that. And then I just mixed it up, and this is about the consistency we're looking for. A little bit, not completely runny, but it's going to be, easy to either, if you want to dip or if you want to spread it on there. I like to spread it on. at the end, which I'll show you guys. So just kind of mix it until it's smooth. And so once it's at that smooth consistency, then you know it's good, and then it can just set to the side while we continue on, which now I'm going to transition over to the stove over here, and we're going to get our pan going and cook up the pepper first, and then we'll cook up our ground beef, which is here, which I forgot to tell you guys how much you need of that. You need 10 ounces of ground beef or ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever ground meat you'd like to use. Anyone will work. In this case, it's the beef one. So we'll cook that up. And my beef is slightly frozen because how cold my fridge gets at times. Not a problem. We'll just go ahead and brown it up just like that. It's not going to hurt anything. It just may take a little bit longer to cook up. So, but not a big deal. We'll get around that. It's not something that breaks the bank. So I'll see you guys in just a minute as we transition over to the stove and show you how we cook this up. Let's go. All right, we're back, guys. We're over here at the stove. We've got the pan heat going. We're going to spray some cooking spray in there. Let's get it all sprayed in there. Pan's nice and hot. Then I'm going to grab all this pepper, and we're going to slide that in there. Not the butter, just the stuff. We're going to use that butter later, guys. It's there. It's ready. We need a tablespoon of butter. Just so you know, we're going to use that a little bit later. This is going to cook up now. Let me grab my trusty bamboo spatula. We're just going to cook these and soften them up. Probably 2 to 3 minutes, yeah. Until softened, guys. It's just what it is, 2 to 3 minutes. So we'll let this go for 2 to 3 minutes while we soften this up. And then once they're softened up, we'll add the beef mixture and a big pinch of salt and pepper. And then we'll cook that until it's all browned. And then I'll bring you guys back in at that point when we get done browning the meat and softening up these peppers. So I'm going to cook this for a little bit. And then you guys, with camera magic, will see it when it's done with the brown meat. So see you in a few. All right, guys. So I got the beef all cooked up. As you can see, it's nice and browned up, cooked up fine. There's no real issues. Just got to be careful with it when it's frozen because it's a little bit hard to break up. So just make sure you break it up kind of easily. So we got all that cooked up. All the pepper is nice and softened. And now it says to add that beef stock concentrate in here. And we're going to mix to combine, and then we'll turn off the heat once we get that done. So we'll use our nice tear tab. We'll get that torn off. Add our beef stock concentrate in there. And then we will get that all mixed up. Just add a little bit more beef flavor in there. So we're going to turn off the heat. Because it just says to combine it and then turn off the heat. So we've got that. And then now we're going to basically take this, move our cutting board over here, because it says to use a clean work surface, which is fine for our tortillas. And then we're going to start filling our tortillas. Probably a better way to open that bag than just manhandling it like I just did, guys. So use your method. As you can see, we got our 2 tortillas here. I'm going to be working on the far side over here, just filling up these tortillas half full. We'll go ahead and adjust the camera a little bit so you can see over there where I'm working. There we go. And so it just says to spread half of it, spread 1/2 of each tortilla with half of the cream cheese. Oh, we're going to put the cream cheese in there. That sounds great. So we're going to put that in there. So the sauce is actually going to go inside. That's different. Cool. Maybe I haven't made these ones because I don't remember that, or my memory's not too good. And my wife will remember and she'll be like, yeah, we did that. Because my memory is shot for some reason. So we're just going to do half of it there like that. Just a little bit. Look at that. Perfectly in there. And then we're going to fill it with about half of this beef mixture. Let's get a better spoon for that. Move that over there. See if I have a better... I do have a better spoon here. I knew I did. That'll be better. There we go. So then we just toss in about half of this mixture. Got to try and eyeball it. Use our micrometer to do that. If any of you watch Matt's Off-Road Recovery or Fab Rats like I do, I really like the off-road adventure stuff. I did have a Jeep at one time. Okay, I think that's probably a little bit more than half the beef mixture. I think we'll be all right there. And then we're going to top that with some of our cheddar cheese. About half of our cheddar cheese, guys. So again, rip open that bag. I'm going to shift it all over. I turn it sideways so that I can rip open the whole bag sideways like that. And then we're going to take about half of this cheese as well. Right up on there on the beef mixture. So let's go like that. I think that's about half there. Fold that bad boy over just like that. And then now we're going to take this other tortilla about halfway. Going to spread out this sour cream and cream cheese mixture over here. Make sure we get plenty on there. There we go. There we go. So then when we fold that bad boy over, yep, there we go. Use the rest of our beef mixture that we have left here. And make sure we spread it out nice and evenly. And then we're going to wipe out this pan, guys, because we're going to toss these tortillas right in it with that butter, that tablespoon of butter that I was telling you about. So we'll get that after we get this all dished out. I'm going to go ahead and pick this pan up. And just move the rest of this meat out there. Oh man, guys, that's looking delicious, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, just this alone on itself is looking good. So this is, you know, it's going to taste really good when it just looks this good, and it smells amazing too. Like I said in a previous video, smell-o-vision was a thing. You guys would be envious and mouths would be watering. It would be great. Well, for me, but not for you. You'd be suffering and having to smell it. So there we go. We got our two tortillas folded in half and ready. Like I said, we're going to get rid of that. Now I'm going to grab a couple of paper towels. Remember, guys, this pan is hot, so grab like 3 or 4 paper towels. Fold it so that you're protecting your hand. And wipe it out as best you can. It doesn't have to be spotless, guys. It just adds flavor to it is all it's going to do. So we're going to get that wiped out. Put that back in our trash bag. Turn our heat back on. Oh, wrong burner. There we go. That's the correct burner. Get that going. We're going to toss our tablespoon of butter in there. And look, guys, here's that nice towel that my mom got. It's attached to the oven. So it's right here, easy to use. So now we're going to get this all melting up. Just move it around the pan. Oh, getting a little bit thin now. I'll burn my hands off. Take it, just swirl it around. There we go. All you want to do is just get that butter in there. There we go. See how it's all melted? Now we're going to take one of our tortillas, put it on one half, take the other tortilla, put it on the other half, and then we're just going to leave it alone for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. So I'm going to do a 3-minute timer. We'll do a 3-minute timer. That way I know exactly when. And then I'll show you guys with some video magic how brown it is when we flip it over. And then we'll finish up and we'll dish up with the rest of our cream cheese sauce over here, guys. So we'll show you guys that in a minute. All right, guys, so my 3-minute timer went off. I went ahead and took out one of the tortillas because we're going to have to flip this one over. I also put a little bit more cooking spray in there because the pan was looking a little bit dry. So try and get to the other side of it. Bring it back. Flip it on over. Oh, look how golden that is, guys. And then over here on your pan, go ahead and flip that over. And then there we go. Just drop it in. Let them cook up another 3 minutes for that side, and then they'll be done, guys. So then I'll show you back over at the other station what they look like. We'll cut them up. I'll take a bite, tell you how good they taste, and then I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. All right, guys, we're back over here. That second side actually only took about 1.5 minutes for it to brown up nice. So probably 2 minutes max if you want, so you don't burn it. So it didn't take the full 3 minutes on the second side, which was really nice. So we've got these over here. As you can see, guys, let me bring them up to you. These look great. They look amazing. So let's go ahead and get these bad boys cut up. I always like to do it in fours. Cut it in half, cut it in half, and cut it in half. So there we go. Now we can move one of these over to the plate. Same thing with this one. Oh, we got some filling falling out. Leaving behind goodness, guys. Can't do that. There we go. All right. Those are all chopped up now. Let's move those over to this plate here. Be careful when we're getting this up off the board that we get all of it. There we go. Make sure we get that with that one. We don't want to leave any of the goodness behind, guys. That sauce is good. That's for sure. All right. So now we got this. I'm going to take what's left of our sauce. I'm going to put a little bit on each piece. Probably take a little bit from there. Spread it out. This, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. Just put a little bit on there. Then use the back of the spoon to go ahead and smooth it out, guys, just like this. We'll do it. My wife and I enjoy it this way. That way it's sauced some more. You don't have to worry about dipping it later. If you're not a fan of the sauce, then of course, take it off, use it on the side, whatever. But it's just sour cream and cream cheese, guys. It's actually really good. So we'll get that done up there. Get this one on. There we go. All spread out here. Get a little bit more. Get a little bit more on this one here. This one's lacking a little bit. We'll get a little bit more on that one. There we go. And then, I mean, these are easy enough, guys. You could probably treat these as finger food if you really wanted. And just eat with your fingers, not use a knife and a fork. But we will probably use one. But for my tasting part of it, I'm just going to go ahead and bite into it and let you guys know. Because as you can see here, here's how it looks all done up with the cream sauce on it. So we'll get a nice bite of this in here, guys. That is delicious, guys. That beef with the beef flavoring of the beef concentrate is really good. Get your crunch with the pepper in there, the poblano pepper, and then the sauce comes through really good, and so does the cheddar cheese. So that's amazing, guys. I'm glad you could join me again for another episode. Again, I apologize for last week. Just a little sick, a little under the weather. We got it though. We're back. We're better than ever, and we're good with our one-pan cheesy beef tortillas. This has been another episode of Johnny Cooks. Thank y'all. If you could, please like and subscribe. That'd be great. Have a good one, guys.